Ah, nuts. Come on. Come on. No, not the people. Not the people! Country number 8, stage number 8, and number 17, which is 07 Focus RS sequential. And before we get started, I would just like to say, always remember to use your wireless seatbelts to buckle up. This is a patented idea made by me. It combines safety and convenience into one. And now a message from our sponsors today. Just kidding, I'm not actually sponsored by anyone yet. Bam! So, tires, soft. Tuning, we're not going to mess with quite yet. This is just default. Oh wow, that's a lot of differential controls. Welcome back. The leaderboard saying 530, eh? Top 1000 is our goal. So we'll just send it 5 times and see how far we can get. So for this, we are not going to listen to Phil at all. We're just going to feel out the car and feel out the surface in general. Okay, we only got 5 gears in this one. Interesting. So it's like from the first generation. Actually, can I launch in second? Kinda. Okay. Ooh, as far as wetness goes, this is actually quite dry. But how quick can we stop? Yeah, decently quick. You can definitely feel it's heavier than the 01 version. But that's cool. So we've only got 5 gears, which is what I was saying when I drove the 01 RS. Like, I wish they took away a gear and just made each of them longer. So we'll see if that's actually what they did. Poland has always been a challenge, mainly because like there's a lot of fast sections, and in this particular stage, there's a lot of spots like this where you have to brake suddenly, and then like I guess maintain control as you're slowing just to take like a square turn. Or a really tight one anyways. This is one of the stages in this game that taught me the importance of braking earlier, depending on the vehicle. It's one thing to have a brake marker and like just generally get a feel to know when to start to slow down, but like if you're constantly like trying to catch your back end, that's not very quick and you're probably not going to have much control going into the corner, which, you know, you kind of need. And because this car is kind of heavy, it's going to be tricky like sending it into the corner, which I'm going to try to do as much as possible. And this is where I guess that threshold braking comes in. And, you know, you hear people talking about it, and it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you know what, the concept is simple. You just ride the line of where that traction is. But the truth is, it's actually pretty hard to figure out where that is quite often. And it also changes depending on the surface and the speed you're going, right? I'll deliberately lock up the brakes, but then let off just to lock up again to let off, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying, watch the little brake input thing. I'm not trying to do this, or I'm like right on that limit, because the truth is it's hard to find, I don't know where it is. I will just go for it, let off, and then go for it again. And the one spot you're gonna see that used a lot, or will come in the most handy, is your Scandinavian flicks, as odd as that may sound. Ooh, this is a little wet section. Interesting. Yeah, so here, I would be full braking going into this, and then let off, and then maybe continue braking if need be, just to get like control and weight over the front axle, if that makes sense. I think there's a chicane coming up, I'll show you. Yeah, here. So this is a beautiful example. Like kind of lock up, like full brake, let off, and then brake again if need be, just so you don't go into the wall. Now for a chicane like that, I probably would only brake going into it and just dump the brakes to get the back end to swing and gas it simultaneously. That's a lot. You'll see what I'm talking about in the last run. Like this particular stage with all these like super fast and like slight turns, even something like this, the string theory is going to be important, which is where the general idea is, if you, for 100% traction and 100% control, you can have the pedal on the floor like a gas pedal per se, and as long as your like steering wheel is in a straight line, you will have optimum grip. But as soon as we have a situation like this, where we start to turn the wheel for whatever reason, you have to lift because that limit of traction changes, if that makes sense. And there's all sorts of videos out there that do a much better job at explaining this than I am. I'm just trying to show you the applied method of doing it, I guess. So even there, because we're going over a crest, we know the traction is going to be even lower, like that limit. So we're going to let off even more and keep the wheel as centered as possible. And even stuff like this, like if I'm trying to floor it through this, around this crest, I'm going to lift up. And even this. So this goes back to that whole braking thing. There is so much technique involved in this. Here's another chicane. So watch. I'm braking into it, and I let off the brakes, and I'm just kind of gassing it all the way out there. Because it's weird. It's like a chicane going into a hairpin. I don't know what Phil calls it as. I think it's just a hairpin.
Chicane. One right.
And then here too. Braking, let off, and I dump the brakes just to get the back end to swing. So you can see what I'm talking about there. Yeah, so you can see, oh, that was a bad demo. But a couple turns ago, I applied brake, dumped it just to get the car sideways, and then gassed it all the way through. I suspect that's the quickest way around corners with this particular car. With the string theory, here's another good example. So I'd be going flat out here, and because I know traction's about to go down, this is really hard to go fast and explain at the same time. So let's look at here. Straight line, flat pedal, but like, imagine there's a string attached to the top of the pedal and to the bottom of my steering wheel. So that, let's just stop for a second so I can explain this properly. If my foot is on the floor and I turn the wheel, it's like the wheel turning is like pulling up the pedal. That's the general idea. When people say driving on the limit, there's a few ways to look at that. And one of those things is just traction in general. And traction more or less comes in the form of three ways. It comes in acceleration. So there, I'm way over the limit because my wheels were spinning. And again, like this, because I'm locking up my wheels and I'm skidding to a stop. So there, I went over the limit twice. And then again, whenever you go through a turn and you're sideways like that, like you're sliding, that's over the limit, if that makes sense. So you need to know where the limit is, and you kind of need to use it to your advantage. Like right here, I am well under the limit of traction, and I am in full control of the car. I'm not going very fast though, right? So that's what I'm saying. Because the limit is going to change, you need to like lift off. Like that's where the string theory comes in. The faster you go, and the more like, I guess, slight turns you have, the more important that's going to be. So like here, I'm lifting off as I turn a lot. And part of the reason it does that is because it balances the car. Because when you're flooring it, your car is like squatted back on its haunches, right? But as soon as you lift off the pedal, it goes the other way, like it tilts forwards. So by letting off the gas pedal just a little bit, you're allowing the car to not be fully seated back, and it's not fully like lurched forward either. Like it's somewhere in between, like it's balanced, if that makes sense. And if you're like sliding through a turn in real life, it'll feel like you're floating. It's a really odd feeling to describe. When the time comes you do attempt that in real life, like it's gonna feel really, really weird at first, but that'll, like you'll get used to the feeling. You'll get used to what to look for, if that makes sense. And part of the reason, like you hear people say the term, don't lift, that can be really dangerous. And I think it's a little bit self-explanatory, but I'll explain it anyways. Like when you go over a crest and like if you're flooring it, your car is constantly going to be leaning backwards, if that makes sense. So when you go over that crest, you have like minimal control with your front axle, with your steering wheel. So by lifting off, you're maintaining more control with your steering, which is what you need whenever entering a turn like this. But it also, because the weight is being sent forwards, you're also like, I guess, swinging out the back end because it's lighter in comparison. It's all about momentum and like, I guess, weight and balance management, if that makes sense. I know that's a lot. All right, so for this run, you're gonna be able to see the string theory in action. It's not an exact thing, you know, like I'm not gonna do it exactly the same every time. Sometimes you're gonna notice that I lift the pedal, like specific, forget the brake pedal and the clutch for a second. We're talking about just the gas for now. You're gonna notice that sometimes I lift off the gas and then turn. Because Texas Dave did a very good job explaining.
That's the most important bit, is you're gonna turn and then brake, right?
To get maximum turn-in, but for this, I don't know this car very well, so we're just gonna try to do like minimal movements, minimal upsetting, just to keep the balance and see how that goes. But I do know that reducing lift-off oversteer is a very like useful tool. It's not something to be afraid of. It does take a while to get used to, but that's just simply lifting the pedal and then turning. because you have all the weight moving onto the front of the car. I'll do a half send. You'll see what I'm talking about. So yeah, you'll see me doing, like, practicing the whole lift off oversteer thing, but through this first segment, up until, like, this is fairly straight up until that hairpin to the right. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm gonna see about just keeping my foot flat on the floor and just working with that understeer through those really, like, fast segments, okay?
2, 1, go. 6 right long, open to the crest, 30, right and flat left of the crest, 120, 6 left of a crest, very long, 60, 6 left of a jump, opens long, 80, 6 right of a crest, D,
Sketchy!
crest, 50, 120, 6 left of a crest, very long, 60, 6 left of a jump, opens long, 80, 6 right of a crest, 50, slow, 6 left, 30,
Come on.
turn, hairpin right, around bales,
4, 3,
50,
2, 1. Clutch kick just to get the back end turn.
6 left, open 30,
All right.
left,
So you could see how I was utilizing, I guess, like just understeer, just trying to gas it through all of that. It's kind of what you have to do sometimes. So for here, lift off, turn the wheel, and you can see how aggressively the nose turned in. Like I had to catch it just there. And that's the other thing. The faster you go, the less wheel input you need. You don't have to do massive corrections all the time. Bear in mind, the less on the throttle you are, and the more you decelerate, the more effect your steering wheel is going to have.
50,
3, 2. I could have braked a little later there. So here you can see, like, I'm trying to do the string theory. It's a very loose string, but I'm trying to get that float factor, if that makes sense. You watch again here.
into sudden caution, 2 right, 3 left, 30, 6 right, 5 left,
No.
turn, 3 right, opens of a crest, 30, 4 left, 50, keep middle of a crest,
Ah.
caution, 30, right entry, chicane,
Anytime you take a transition from, like, I guess, dirt to asphalt or asphalt back to dirt or whatever the situation may be, even going over a crest or over a situation or over a feature, I guess, where the grip is going to be unpredictable, you want to keep the wheel as straight as possible. As you get more advanced, you'll get a feel as to what the car is going to do when it transitions from surface to surface, but as a beginner, like, anytime you take a crest or a gravel to asphalt transition or vice versa, try to keep the wheel straight. Even through the hairpin, like I just, or the square left, like I just took,
6 right of a crest,
I should have tried to be a little bit more sideways, try to keep the wheel more straight, so the car would have behaved a little bit more
6
predictable.
right, into 6 left, extra long, 100, 6 left, opens of a crests, 30, 6 right, into 5 left, 8,
Ew. So yeah, how much we're pressing on the gas pedal is literally dictating the balance of the car and how much it's tilted in either direction. Obviously, the further back it's tilted, the less steering control you're going to have, and the bigger the input you're going to need. Like, that's when your foot's flat on the floor, and that's inducing understeer, which, if you're trying to gas it through a long corner or accelerate, not necessarily a bad thing. On gravel anyways. On tarmac, it's a whole different ballgame. Like, that's a whole other video in itself. I just want you to pay attention to the relationship between the gas pedal, the G-ball, and the steering wheel of the car to see, like, kind of how everything's balanced. Because the only reason I'm using the brake pedal really is to amplify the turn in or, like, drastically change the balance to get a certain effect, like getting it sideways, if that makes sense. You'll see what I'm talking about. So this is run number 3. This is going to be like a hard set. We're not going to full send quite yet.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 right long, open of a crest, 30, flat right and flat left of a crest, 120, 6 left of a crest, very long, 60, 6 left of a jump, opens long, 80, 6 right of a crest, 50, slow, 6 left, 30, turn,
3,
50.
2, 1. Come on.
6 left.
Ah,
30.
nuts.
4 left. Opens of a crest. Tarmac. 80 of a crest. Slow. Unseen turn. 1 left. 30. Turn. 3 left long. 80. 5 left.
Ah, nuts.
Into caution. 3 of a crest.
Come on. Come on. No, not the people. Not the people. No, I'm so sorry.
50. 6 right. Extra long. Into 6 left. 6 right long. Tightness to stop.
Yeah. Disgusting. I think I got a little bit too excited there. That was definitely a bit harder than a hard set. This is going to be a nice, clean run. I think I can get 730, no problem. Let's try it out.
2, 1, go. 6 right long. Into sudden caution. 2 right. 3 left. 30.
Bro, you call that way too late every time.
6 left of a jump.
Get your shit together, Phil. 3, 2.
Opens.
Oh, come on.
On.
No, 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 no! Oh! Bro. Right there. Ah! This is so close to the finish line, I could have farted on it. Oh my goodness.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 6 right long, opens of a crest, 30, right and flat left of a crest, 120, 6 left of a crest, very long, 60, 6 left of a jump, opens long, 80, 6 right of a crest, 50, slow, 6 left, 30, turn, hairpin right, around bales. 50.
Ah, that was awful.
Opens 30, 4 left, 40, 5 left of a crest, 100. 6 left long, opens of a jump, 50. 4 right long tightens, into 6 left of a crest, extra long, opens, 80. Keep middle of a jump, 100, turn unseen narrow, 4 right long, opens, 30, flat middle of a jump,
Oh, jeez.
180.
Ah!
6 left long, opens of a jump, 30, 6 right long, opens of a crest, 50, 4 left long, into 4 right narrow, opens of a crest, tarmac, 80 of a crest, slow, unseen turn, 1 left, 200, right entry, chicane, 50, 6 left, 250, turn 3 left long, opens of a crest, gravel, 30, turn 3 left long, 80, 4 right long, opens 30, 6 left of a jump, into 6 right long, of a crest, opens, keep middle of a jump, to jump, into sudden caution, 2 right, 3 left, 30,
Damn it, Phil.
6 right long, 30, 6 left of a jump, opens of a jump long, to keep middle of a big jump, 30, 5 left, into 3 right long tightens, into 5 left, 50, 6 right long, opens a crest, to keep middle of a crest, into 6 right, extra long, into 6 left, 30, 4 right, into slow, 5 left, and turn 3 right. Opens of a crest, 30, big jump, 30. Keep right of a crest, into 5 left.
Ooh.
Into caution, 4 right, tightens, 3 of a crest. Into 6 left long. Opens of a crest, jump, 30. Slow, 6 left long, opens 20, turn unseen, don't cut 1 right. Opens, tarmac, 50. Keep middle of a crest. Caution, 30, right entry, chicane, 1 right, 6 left, 300. Turn unseen, 2 left, 50. 4 right long, opens, 80 over bumps. 4 left, opens of a crest. Into turn, 4 right, extra long, tightens 3. Into 4 left, 30. Cut, 5 left, into 5 right long. Into 6 left, opens of a crest, 30.
Messy.
Left, tightens of a crest, into 5 right.
Oh,
30, 5 left, 40, 4 left of a crest, 50, 6 right of a crest, into 6 left long, 100 of a bumps, 6 right, extra, extra long, upwards of a jump, 50, 4 left long, narrow, and turn, 3 right long. Opens of a crest, into 5 left long, tightens 4, 50, 6 right, extra, extra long, into 6 left, into 6 right, into 5 left, opens extra, extra long, into 6 right, into 6 left, extra long, 100, 6 left, opens of a crests, 30, 6 right, into 5 left, 80, keep middle of a long crest, into 6 right, into 5 left long, tightens 4, 50 after finish, 6 right long, tightness to stop, well done.